Hut, hut, hike! Hello again, my fellow Bears fans. Your boy Roy here for another Chicago football talk. And no, have not been sequestered by a crazy Packer fan in some dungeon. I am on the road working on the website, so you can expect some big changes to come. And that's why there was no show this week, because I am on the road. But let's get into a couple of plays, just a closer look at some big plays in the Bears' victory, ugly as it may have been, over the Panthers. So let's get right into these plays. One from defense, one from offense, and one from special teams. Roll the tape, Johnny. One of the first most important plays definitely is the muffed punt. That's the special teams play that I will show here. The muffed punt by Nortman. The Devin Hester effect still had an impact here. Ron Rivera knows all too well what Devin Hester can do. It caused Carolina to kick away from him the whole game, and those directional kicks can be tough to execute, especially when it's very windy here. So just Devin Hester being on the field, even though he hasn't had a great return year so far, is basically what helped make this play happen. That and the ghost of Walter Payton blowing this punt as we take a look at the frame by frame here, so that when he strikes it, he hits it on the side of his foot, and then it goes 6 yards only. And this shot right here crystallizes it. Take a look at where the line of scrimmage is, which is the line in blue, and then also where the line to gain is, which on fourth down they usually do in the telecast in red, and then where the referee signals a first down where the ball went out of bounds, which I have that line highlighted in green here. So a very key play there that set up the drive that we're going to take a look at here. A pivotal play in that drive that I think kind of went overlooked is 3rd and 8 here. Now, they're at the 36-yard line, so if the Bears don't pick this up, I would actually bet any money that Lovie Smith would have punted the ball away here. They're down by 12 points, 2 scores still, but there's 9:40 left on the clock, and the Bears have all 3 of their timeouts. This is a very big play. Take a look at how Matt Forte's in the backfield, and the defensive back for the Panthers is on Brandon Marshall right now. As Matt Forte shifts outside of Brandon Marshall, that defensive back shifts to take Matt Forte, which puts a linebacker on Brandon Marshall, which is a mismatch all day long. As we move forward in this play, we see everybody goes deep except for Brandon Marshall. He squats about 3 yards away from the first down marker. Seeing that Jay Cutler isn't going to throw him the ball if he just stands there, he starts moving towards Jay Cutler's field of vision, if you will. Jay Cutler then throws him the ball, and he's able to catch it, picking up a very crucial first down. Where he catches the ball here and lands, this would have been a 42-yard field goal, which is much better than a 53-yard field goal. But obviously, the Bears would go on to score this touchdown, which we're going to just take a quick look at here because it was a pivotal play in the game. Absolutely. Kellen Davis having put in extra time after practice to catch balls, it seemed to have paid off here as Cutler fires a rocket. As we freeze on this still here, notice how the balls actually looks like it's barely almost through his hands. He really doesn't get a good grasp on the ball, and he has to pin it to his helmet like we see in these few frames here in order to get control of the ball. It's a good thing that he did finally gather the ball with 2 hands firmly, because once he gets drilled from the back, as we see here, the ball could have popped out, but to Kellen Davis's credit, he held the ball on that play. Now, moving forward from one guy who had trouble catching this season to a guy who had trouble catching the ball last season, that being Tim Jennings, we go to his pick 6. Steve Smith motions. Tim Jennings follows him. Cam Newton actually throws a really hard pass here. Tim Jennings goes up for it, but what I want you to notice is when Tim Jennings goes up with it, that's why I'm showing you this angle. Notice how Steve Smith's already up on both feet. He should have taken off here instead of waiting to see if Tim Jennings was going to catch that ball. As such, Tim Jennings, with the whole mentality of I'm going to score, immediately turns and takes off, and it's a foot race between Steve Smith and Tim Jennings, as Tim Jennings high steps it into the end zone and he celebrates with his teammates. Cam, being a little upset about throwing that pick 6, gives Brian Urlacher a shove as Urlacher's celebrating. There weren't a lot of plays to celebrate in that very ugly victory, but those are just a few key plays, some things that may have gone unnoticed. Until the next time, your boy Roy, as always, thank you for watching for Chicago Football Talk. Peace, and I'm out.